What began as an experiment to bring my 11-year-old daughter into my business has evolved into Our Young Creators, a podcast, a training center, and a movement dedicated to equipping kids with real-world marketable skills so that they can fund their own brighter futures. We're here to inspire you to turn consumption time on devices into creation time and use technology as a tool to bond and not bicker with your kids. Join us each week as we share the inner workings of our partnership and bring you stories from guests of all ages and from all walks of life on our quest to nurture and to celebrate our young creators. Today we're going to chat about kids and money. More specifically, how is your kid going to pay for college or any of the other adventures they have in their minds? Well, today I'm going to share a story with you about how my 11-year-old is starting to fund her college adventures now. If you're ready to dive into this juicy topic, let me know that you are here and say hi. If we haven't already met yet, my name is Young Pratt, and I'm the chief dreamer, podcaster, and author right here at Our Young Creators. At OYC, we are committed to equipping kids with real-world skills they can take to the bank and fund their own brighter futures. I'm so glad you're tuning in live today or catching the replay, because what I want to share today is something that is very near and dear to my heart. And that is this notion of elevating kids to a level where they start knowing in their heart of hearts that the skills they possess, that who they are and what they bring to the world are incredibly valuable, and people around them, whether in their local communities or in this online space, need these skills and this help in their businesses. So I want to share the story of Daphne. And if you followed me for any length of time, you'll know that she is my co-creator right here at Our Young Creators. She does a lot of the technical tasks behind the scenes because that's where she likes to be, being the engineer of these projects and putting everything where they go. She was brought into my business last fall as an experiment. I needed to replace my virtual assistant, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I knew that I was coming up to a big pivot in my business, going from my 17 years as a traditional brick-and-mortar performing arts school into this online space, really wanting to share our story of creating together and really wanting to give kids a place to share their creations and really step into the creators that they're destined to be. So we went on this adventure together, and she learned a ton of different technical tasks, including this podcast and this video. So once we wrap up this video, she's actually going to do a lot of things with this particular content. She's going to take the video and edit that to be shared on places like YouTube. She's going to help me strip out the audio portion of this video and turn it into a podcast and throw in all the bells and whistles like the intro and the outro. After that is done, she's going to turn this video into not only a podcast and video content, she's going to create some text for this blog post that it will become, and she's also going to create all of the graphics that accompany this video and podcast. So I want you to let that sink in for a minute, that at 11, these are the things she's already creating. If you have kids in your house and they're tweens and teens, and you would love to have them turn their time on their devices into something proactive and something creative, really shifting that paradigm of consumerism or consumption into creation, I would love to know. Just type me below whether you're tuning in live or catching the replay. Today's story about Daphne has a little more to tell. So not only is she helping me in my business to help us share our message about kids being creators and really elevating kids and highlighting kids' successes and their wins and their ability to do amazing things at a very young age if they're given the opportunity. I would love to know if that sounds good to you, because at 11, Daphne was recently hired to perform many of these same tasks that I just shared with you with another business owner of mine. Now, that is pretty phenomenal, and I know I'm her mama, and I'm going to brag on her, but at 11, she's now able to start putting money away to fund her adventures like college. As a mom with an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old, you better believe that the ability to help our kids go off to college and create those adventures is top of mind. The next thing below that is thinking about how we're going to fund that particular adventure. Have you been there? Can you relate to the thought of how on earth are we going to send our kids off to college? Are they going to take out student loans and have that hanging over their head for years and years after graduation? That's my personal experience. Are you as a parent going to take out a second mortgage on your home to pay for that adventure? Well, what if your kids at a young age could start paying for that adventure starting today? Well, my friends, I wanted to let you know that it's all possible. Daphne and I have walked this walk together, and I've seen her grow in confidence and competence in a number of skills, specifically technical, behind the scenes, engineering type of skills. And now she can take those skills literally to the bank. Knowing that I'm equipping her with these skills, that she can fund not only college, but maybe even create her own business doing things like this, serving other people, teaching other people, other families how to do this, is so motivating for me. It's been an incredible experience seeing her go through this journey and knowing that she's able to fly on her own has been phenomenal and remarkable to watch. And I would love to take you and your kids on this adventure with us. If you have any questions about bringing your kids into your business, giving your kids tools to not only help you in your business, but go out into the universe and offer these skills and serve others in a big way. I would love to have you join us. Cheers. If you're ready to harness the power of technology and get your message out into the world in a big way to make the impact you know you're meant to make for yourself, for your business, or with your family, head over to bit.ly/podcastinaweekend and save your seat in round number 3, which kicks off on Friday, November 16th. Save your seat now for Podcast in a Weekend at bit.ly/podcastinaweekend.